Tisha's Toon of the Week is here, and so many players are excited to play Tisha and master her 3 quests. That is all exciting, but can we talk about Quell's new animation called I Think I Missed a Spot? And it's about Tisha and a few other toons. Let's analyze the video and see what pieces of information the video contains. So first off, we see Yatta throwing away candy wrappers, and Tisha happily cleans them up because Tisha loves cleaning. Then we see Tisha grooming Goob, which is so adorable, and as you can see, Goob is having an amazing time being groomed by Tisha, and of course Tisha is happy to do so. But then we get to an interesting part of the animation where Tisha is putting away files inside a filing cabinet with secret stamped on the file. What could these files contain that the toons are handling? As you can see, Roger is also carrying a box, and I assume that there are even more files with secrets stamped on them. And if we take a look, there's also a pile of files on the floor with secrets stamped on them as well. So my question is, why are the toons handling files with secrets stamped on them? My theory is that maybe Arthur and Delilah set up a staged event for Roger to investigate, leading to these top secret files. That might be a bit of a stretch, however. As you can see on the filing cabinet, there are drawings of Roger and I think Toodles. As we know, Roger and Toodles are the investigator duo, and they even have an episode dedicated to their investigations. So that's why I think Arthur and Delilah created a sort of division for some of the toons to participate in. I also wonder if Arthur and Delilah gave these files to the toons to manipulate them into a false sense of trust. As you know, there is something fishy going on with Arthur and Delilah, the founders of Garden View, and my theory is the toons started asking questions about the whole operation, about the toons being created from the television show. As you know, the toons are aware that they were brought to life from the in-universe television show, and evidence of this is found in the Tisha and Brusha lore video where Tisha says, "I can't stand here and pretend that we get along. We don't." Brusha then says, "But the show?" Then Tisha says, "What if the show is wrong? What if Arthur was wrong? The show is over, Brusha. We don't have to follow what it told us we had to be." So some, if not all of the toons are clearly aware that they were made from a television show, they were brought to life from a television show. So if the toons started asking questions, if the toons started to get a bit curious, maybe Arthur and Delilah created these files, these top secret files, to manipulate the toons into a false sense of trust between the toons and the founders of Garden View. I'm thinking that maybe the files contained just enough information to satisfy the curiosity of the toons. Maybe the toons discovered this letter from Arthur Walton talking about how the holiday toons would be found hiding in corners around the place. Maybe the toons discovered notes like this around Garden View. So it's possible the toons created this area of Garden View where the toons can investigate Garden View and satisfy any curiosity the toons have. Or maybe even Arthur and Delilah created this division and gave the toons the filing cabinet so that they could investigate any weird things happening around Garden View. This animation has definitely given me a lot of questions about the toons and what they know and what they don't know about their creation and their purpose.